Hello everybody, I'm back again with another comic book review. This time on the prestige format book, Superman, The Last God of Krypton, by Walter Simonson and painted by Greg and Tim Hildebrand. Released in 1989 by DC Comics. And sorry if you're wondering about why I'm in the forest next to a railroad track, mostly because I'm looking for a place that is quiet, and you probably can hear traffic right now passing by because the highway is right in front of me. But that's the best I could do at the moment. I have to return this book. It's a library book, and I'm on my way to the library right now. And I decided to stop here and do a review because I forgot to do one before I left. Actually, two. And this is the first of my first ever, that sounds redundant, away from home reviews. I came up down the spot. Okay. Now, with all my explaining done, time to finally get to the review, which I'm hoping you're really here for, instead of me making an ass of myself. The plot's about Kai Fauna, a malevolent winter goddess who escapes from her interdimensional prison and heads to Earth to kill the last Kryptonian out of revenge for being imprisoned by Ryo, the Kryptonian god of the sun and the father of the Kryptonian race, according to their mythology. And she runs into Superman, who at first she wants to kill because, like I mentioned, he's the last son of Krypton. But she knows how powerful he is, and thinking he's a god, she wants to mate with him and produce a new race of gods. And if not, she'll turn the Earth into a frozen wasteland. So, my thoughts on this are, unlike the last prestige format book, I kind of like this one. It adds something new to the Superman mythos, mostly that we never touched on the Kryptonian theology and their pantheon of gods, which we mostly didn't know much about. And this actually, if I remember correctly, comes back later in Last Son of Krypton. I mean, not Last Son, sorry about that, I got distracted. There's a squirrel over there. That's what you get for, like, filming in the woods. I meant to say is, it shows up again in New Krypton. And what I really like about this book is it not only gives Superman a challenge, but also it gives a lot of good character moments to everyone. Like, there's a good one with Lex Luthor who's trying to make a deal with the gods, but of course she tells him no and makes him submit to her. And this pisses Luthor off so much that he actually helps Superman because, as Luthor says, no one controls Lex Luthor. No one! And in there, in the scene where he talks to Superman trying to actually help him defeat the gods, there's some pretty fun dialogue. And there's also some nice scenes with Superman and Lois, who at the time when this book was made were married. And speaking of awesome moments, I just remembered, there was one where Superman figures out how to defeat the gods, and he's in trouble, and Lois comes to his aid in a freaking Kryptonian battle armor and punches her and helps save Superman, which I thought was really cool. And another thing there is some negatives I kind of have about the book, like the writing. There's some periods of time where the dialogue's kind of old-fashioned, even for like the time period, which should be kind of a little bit more modern. It was only made 16 years ago. A really good part about the book is the artwork. It's really beautifully painted. The problem I have with it is most other painted comics, mostly that some of the fight scenes look stiff, and sometimes there's some really weird expressions the characters have on their face and look off model. Mostly in the eye sometimes. It's kind of odd. But other than that, I like it a lot. The colors pop out to you, and it fits what the book's supposed to do. The main villainess has no real character story, or she's not a villain you're supposed to sympathize with. She's, to be honest, a terrible person and you have no problem rooting against her. But it makes sense. She's for her to be like a kind of an asshole god. Because, well, like a lot of gods in mythology, like the Norse and Greek, are assholes. It kind of fits. And her design is, oddly enough, like a weird combination of Killer Frost and Ice Maiden, these two other DC characters. And in the face, sometimes in the book, she kind of looks like this one obscure comic book character called Lady Death, mostly in the face. And another thing I gotta say about the book is, it's okay for the story fits well in 48 pages. It could have been a little bit longer, but that's alright. Now, the big question you should be asking is, should you get this book or not? Well, I would say, if you want a nice prestige format book to put on your shelf, or to add to your Superman collection, it's not bad. I wouldn't pay full price. But if you're really unsure about getting it, try and find out if your library has it. Or find it on Comixology or on eBay. Find it for a really good low price. Maybe $1 or $2. And then decide if you want to buy a physical copy. Sorry, I mean, that actually made no sense. Damn it. I wish I was good at editing. I would have got rid of that. Yeah, I'm so terrible at this. Now, final thoughts. I give this book a B for its writing. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a pretty decent read. It's nothing too special. You won't be offended by it. And it can easily fit into any Superman collection. The art is very nice, but it does have some flaws. But I think it's the strongest part about the book, so I give it a B+. Thank you and for watching, and I hope you subscribe, like, or dislike. I would dislike this video. Okay.